Real estate agents must disclose all facts about the house. This includes if anyone has passed away on the property. But how about phone numbers? Would you still want the phone number if the previous owner died? How about if all the previous owners died? Hey, I'm Alex Lam, and in this episode of Stories of the World, we'll be talking about the phone number 0888-888-888, which was permanently suspended because all the owners who have had it are dead, which have led to people calling this number the cursed phone number. But what's really interesting is that the number 8 is considered lucky in many cultures. In Hinduism, 8 is known as Ashta. It is the number of wealth and abundance. The goddess of wealth and prosperity, Lakshmi, has 8 forms, which is known as Ashta Kashmi. There are 8 nidhi, or seats of wealth, according to Hinduism. In Chinese and other Asian cultures, 8 pronounced Ba in Chinese is considered lucky because it sounds like the word meaning to generate wealth. Fa. Anything with the number 8 is highly valued by the Chinese. This can be from the number of a car park space to the opening of a special event. For example, the opening ceremony of Summer Olympics in Beijing started at 8 seconds, 8 minutes past 8 p.m. local time on the 8th of August in, you guessed it, 2009. Now I'm just playing, it's in 2008. So for this number to be considered a curse or unlucky would be unimaginable for a lot of people. So let's get to the story. The phone number was issued by a Bulgarian mobile phone company called Mobitel. The first owner, Vladimir Grashnov, the former CEO of Mobitel, died of cancer in 2011 at the age of 48. According to sources, he had a spotless business record. There was no reason for foul play, but there was an ongoing rumor that his cancer was caused by a business rival using radiation poisoning, which, in my opinion, is super unbelievable. Why? To get radiation poisoning of that level, we're talking about a nuclear bomb or a nuclear reactor meltdown failure, right? So for a business rival to be poisoning someone via radiation just seems impossible. Like, where the hell are they going to be getting uranium? And wouldn't he die of cancer as well if he's handling the uranium? And on top of that, radiation isn't a gun. You can't just point it at someone and they get cancer. You know what I mean? And if someone was planting uranium there, wouldn't there be a mass death in the building? Anyway, the supposedly cursed number was then passed on to Bulgarian mafia boss Konstantin Dimitrov in 2003 during his trip to the Netherlands to inspect his $500 million drug smuggling empire. He was gunned down by an assassin in the Netherlands. He died at the age of 31 and had the mobile with him when he was shot. The phone number was then passed to crooked businessman Konstantin Dishlev. Dishlev was a real estate agent who was secretly running a cocaine trafficking operation. When police intercepted a $130 million shipment of cocaine, he suddenly died. Well, assassinated, obviously. The 3 deaths happened in a 10-year period, and since the 3rd death, the phone number has been permanently suspended. You can still call the number, which is right there on the screen, for people outside of Bulgaria. And you'll get a message saying the phone is outside network coverage, okay? I don't recommend calling it, but here's the number if you do want to call it. When Mobitel was asked to comment on the phone number, a spokesman would only say, "We have no comment to make. We won't discuss individual phone numbers." I feel like the sample size isn't big enough to call this a curse. I mean, the first guy was a CEO. Okay, that's fine. That's definitely a little spooky how he died. But the other 2 were high-level drug-related business people. Being killed in their line of work is highly probable. I think we need more normal people to have this number, you know, like a nurse or like a McDonald's worker or something, you know. Now, I'm not saying killing people is cool. Like, if this were to happen, we would let the people volunteer to have the number, let them know about the history and everything so they know what they're getting into. So here's a question for you guys. Knowing its history, would you own this number? Personally, I wouldn't. Like, I don't like to mess with this sort of magical curse stuff. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. But here's an interesting idea. Let's say 100 years into the future, we've run out of phone numbers and people had to get like second-hand phone numbers. Do you think they would need to disclose the phone number's history? That's a little something to think about. So that's the story of the cursed phone number. The phone number that was permanently suspended because all the previous owners died. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to hear more stories. Also, be sure to check out my previous videos. I'm Alex Lam and this is Stories of the World.